Once upon a time, in a peaceful kingdom nestled among rolling green hills, there lived a wise old king who had 3 daughters. Each princess was beautiful, kind, and graceful, and the king cherished them all deeply. As the years passed and the king grew older, a question began to weigh on his mind. Which of my daughters loves me the most? To whom should I entrust my crown? So one day, he summoned all 3 princesses to the great hall of the castle. My dearest daughters, he began, his voice echoing in the vast room, tell me, how much do you love me? The eldest daughter, confident and bold, stepped forward first. She bowed elegantly and declared, Father, I love you as much as all the gold in the world. The king smiled warmly. Gold was indeed precious. Next, the second daughter curtsied with a flourish. Father, she said, her voice clear as a bell, I love you as much as all the sparkling jewels in the kingdom. The king nodded again, pleased. Jewels were certainly valuable. Finally, it was the youngest daughter's turn. She was known for her gentle and thoughtful nature. She approached the throne, looked her father directly in the eyes with sincere affection, and said softly, Father, I love you as much as salt. A sudden silence fell over the court. The whispers stopped. The king's smile vanished. Salt, he repeated, his tone sharp with disbelief. Salt is common. It's found in every kitchen. It is nothing compared to gold or jewels. He felt a sting of disappointment, believing her simple answer meant she didn't truly love him. His anger flared. In that case, he declared, his voice cold, you may leave my palace. If salt is what you value so highly, then go and live among the common folk who use it every day. The youngest princess tried to explain herself, to make him understand, but the king refused to listen. With a heart heavy with sorrow, she was banished from the palace and wandered far away, alone. Deep in the forest, a kind old woman found the princess crying. Taking pity on her, she said, Come, my dear, live with me. You can help me in my small kitchen. The princess gratefully agreed. She quickly learned to cook wonderful meals, hearty soups, fresh breads, and savory stews. Her dishes were simple, but they were made with care and love. Meanwhile, back at the palace, the king lived in a grand but hollow sadness, though he was too proud to admit it. His kingdom was as magnificent as ever, but something essential felt missing from his life. A year later, the king announced a magnificent banquet to lift his spirits. The royal cooks worked for days, preparing a feast fit for, well, a king. The aroma of roasted meats, seasoned vegetables, and sweet pastries filled the air. The king eagerly sat down to eat, but when he took his first bite, his face twisted in distaste. He tried the next dish, and then the next. Everything was bland, tasteless. He pushed his plates away in frustration. These dishes are flavorless. Without salt, even the most exquisite food is nothing. The head cook stepped forward, trembling. Your Majesty, a new young cook from the village prepared all the dishes for this banquet. Curious, and feeling a strange pang of shame, the king asked to meet this new cook. A moment later, a young woman in simple kitchen attire entered the hall. The king gasped. It was his youngest daughter. My child, he exclaimed, a mix of shock and relief in his voice. Why would you make such tasteless food for my banquet? She bowed gently and replied, Father, this meal tastes exactly how you valued my love without salt. In that instant, the king understood everything. Salt wasn't a measure of wealth like gold or jewels. It was essential. It was the very thing that gave flavor, richness, and joy to life. Without it, everything became dull and empty. Her love wasn't flashy. It was simple, vital, and completely irreplaceable. Tears welled in his eyes as he rushed to embrace her. My daughter, please forgive my foolish pride. You loved me more wisely than anyone. Your love is the love that gives life its true taste. The king brought his youngest daughter back to the palace with great honor. He declared her the wisest of his children and named her his heir. From that day forward, the kingdom celebrated a yearly festival of salt to remind everyone of a simple, powerful truth: true love isn't shown through riches, but through the simple, essential things that give our lives meaning. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more.